The Christian world is now watching a resurfaced video, one that was filmed in January 2025, and reading it with completely different eyes. Because when Jesse Duplantis sat down and spoke about the Daystar scandal, he said something that nobody fully absorbed at the time. But now, with Joni Lamb gone, with Jonathan and Suzy still on the outside of the network their parents built, his words have taken on a weight that has stopped the community cold. In early January 2025, Jesse Duplantis publicly announced that his program would no longer air on Daystar Television Network. He was among several prominent programmers, including Lance Wallnau, Jack Graham, and the Cunninghams, who did not renew their contracts at the end of the 2024 contract period. And the video he posted to explain his departure is the one that is now circulating again, with millions of views, and with Jonathan and Suzy Lamb watching it, and feeling, for the first time, that a man who knew their family from the very beginning was saying something that nobody else on the inside had been willing to say. In the video, Duplantis said, "I like Joni Lamb, I like Doug Weiss, I like Suzy, I like Jonathan. I knew them kids before I met them when they were little lambs. I like that granddaughter. I don't know what's happening, I'm shocked. And I don't think you do too. There's a lot of accusation, innuendo. It's gonna eventually come out. It's gonna eventually come out." From a man who knew this family before Jonathan and Suzy were old enough to understand what Daystar was, who had watched the Lamb children grow up inside a ministry, who sat in the rooms where decisions were made, who traveled the same Christian broadcasting world for decades alongside the people now at the center of this controversy. He did not take sides, he did not accuse, he said, "I don't know what's happening, I'm shocked. And then, I like that granddaughter." That sentence, 5 words, about the little girl at the center of what Jonathan and Suzy have been alleging since 2024, a child whose grandfather clearly had affection for, a child whose situation has driven one of the most painful family fractures in the history of Christian broadcasting. Duplantis also said, "I pray about that, I don't think about that, because when you think about that you get into the flesh of that kind of stuff, you begin to want to take sides." He refused to take sides, and yet, the act of refusing to take sides while leaving a network is itself a statement, because staying would have been a statement too. Staying would have communicated, "Whatever is happening here, I am comfortable remaining part of it." He left. But wait, let me ask you something. Daystar confirmed the departures of Graham, Duplantis, Wallnau, and the Cunninghams, saying the exits were not related to the Daystar scandal, and that most of the programmers indicated they hoped to return in 2026. Duplantis said they first considered parting ways with Daystar in September 2024, months before the public revelations, before deciding to let the contract finish out. September 2024, before the scandal became public, Duplantis says he was already thinking about leaving before the story broke. What did he know in September that made him consider the departure months before anyone else was talking about it? That question is the one the community is now asking, and the resurfaced video, with its measured, careful, completely non-accusatory language, is the only answer he has given. Jonathan Lamb was fired from Daystar on November 16, 2024, after refusing to sign a non-disclosure agreement. He and Suzy have accused Joni Lamb of covering up harm to their daughter, of spiritual abuse, and of financial misconduct. Joni denied all allegations before her death. And Joni is gone now. The network she built is still operating. Jonathan is still on the outside. The granddaughter at the center of the original allegation is growing up. The investigation in Colleyville continues. Jesse Duplantis said it will eventually come out. He said it in January 2025. 18 months later, the community is still waiting for exactly that. He knew them when they were little lambs. He likes that granddaughter. And he left before anyone else admitted publicly that something was wrong. It's gonna eventually come out. The Christian world is watching to see if he was right. Thank you for watching.